Welcome back. Special guest for Wildcat Wednesday, Mr. Jacob Weber. Jacob, we love it when you come in because you teach us so much. And today we're talking about something that we're all going to probably encounter, or the kids are going to encounter. We're talking poison ivy.
Poison ivy.
You're highly allergic to it.
I'm extremely
Don't worry. Everything that we got here is not poison ivy. Okay, so here's my first question. How do I identify it?
Well, we talk about leaves of 3. Actually, it's leaflets of 3.
Okay.
And this is a plant that looks very similar to poison ivy.
And what exactly is this?
This is a plant called box elder maple.
Okay.
And their basic difference is that poison ivy has an alternating leaf attachment. This, you can see, has 2 leaves attached.
So it'd be like, it'd be like one here and then one down here?
I brought in a redbud tree, and it has alternating leaf attachments, and that's what poison ivy is. This is a Virginia box elder maple, and it does have a compound leaf. This is 3 leaflets. Poison ivy is very similar to this. Important thing to remember on poison ivy, and on this one too, the center leaflet has a stem, and the 2 side leaflets do not. Actually, poison ivy is closer attached. There's a slight stem on this one, but that is your compound leaf. Leaflets of 3. Let it be.
Where are my danger areas? Where am I looking? If I'm going to identify it, where am I looking for poison ivy?
Well, poison ivy is typically found where birds roost, and the reason for that is that poison ivy produces a very delicious fruit for birds. It's a white berry, and they're going to consume it, and of course the seeds pass through their body, and wherever they roost and do their thing, that's where the seeds are deposited. And they're going to be found along the edge of wooded areas where brush is, and also you can find it in hedgerows, and I've seen it in rose bushes, around irises.
Poison ivy control in my yard what have you found to be effective?
Just stay away from it.
Got it. Okay.
But if it gets in your yard, there are some herbicides that you can use to control poison ivy. Probably the safest one is the ones that contain glyphosate, which, for example, Roundup, for example, would be a good one. Spray it on the leaves. The good time to spray it is maybe about early to mid-June, before the leaves get real thick and heavy with a cuticle on it. This particular product is going to kill not only the plant, but also kills everything else around it almost. There's some resistant plants now, but that would probably be a safe product to use if you're going to use an herbicide. Otherwise, a long hoe
just
that you don't touch, or have somebody do it that is not allergic to it.
And you were also too going to talk about poison oak real fast.
Poison oak. We don't have poison oak in the area, but we do have a plant that looks that is sometimes called poison oak by some people who don't know for sure what they're talking about. This is Virginia creeper, and it has a compound leaf too, and it has 5 leaflets. And notice that on this, there aren't any petioles. There are no stems. It's all attached right to the center, and it does have an alternating leaf pattern on it. But Virginia creeper has these things called tendrils that are attached directly opposite the leaf itself. And on poison ivy, doesn't have that, but what poison ivy does is it will develop root hairs along the stem, and as the plant gets older and is attached to a tree, or for example, it'll develop what's called a fuzzy rope appearance, so like the frayed rope, as all those hairs are attached to the tree itself.
So if you have any questions about poison ivy, need help identifying it, call Jacob. He won't come near it. But to help you identify it, there's the numbers right there. Jacob Weber, I want to thank you for coming in. We always learn so much when you're around, sir.
Thank you.
Let's come back, talk 7 Day right after this.